Right, good morning. Welcome to the official weigh-ins for UFC Fight Night Perez versus Taira. We are all set to get this underway. First to the scale, one half of our main event, the number 5 ranked Alex Perez. 126 pounds for our flyweight main event, and Alex Perez. Staying with that main event, next to the scale, the number 13 ranked Taira. 126 pounds for Taira. Main event is a lock. Next up in the welterweight division and opening up the main card on ESPN2, coming with a 100% finish rate, Josh Bushido Quinlan. 169.5 pounds for Josh Quinlan. Next to the scale in the featherweight division, for his 51st professional fight, Shailan Wolverine Nurdanbecker. 145.5 pounds for Shailan Nurdanbecker. Moving back to the main card and our flyweight fixture, running a 15-fight win streak next to the scale, Asu Almabayev. 125.5 pounds for Asu Zulfikar Almabayev. Staying with the main card and in the co-main event in the Bantamweight division, making his 13th UFC appearance, Douglas Silva de Andrade. 136 pounds for Douglas Silva de Andrade. Next up in the featherweight division, Twilight Timmy Kwamba. 145 pounds for Timmy Kwamba. Staying with this fixture in the featherweight division, next up to the scale, boasting a 100% finish rate, Lucas Almeida. 146 pounds for Lucas Almeida. Staying with the featherweights this time in the prelim portion, running a 93% finish rate next to the scale, Jeka Sadeghi. 145 pounds for Jeka Sadeghi. Staying with this featherweight fixture, running a 100% finish rate next to the scale, Westin Wilson. 146 pounds for Westin Wilson. Moving along to the women's flyweight division now, next to the scale, Carly Giudice. 125.5 pounds for crispy Carly Giudice. Opening up proceedings in the women's strawweight division, next to the scale, the undefeated Josephine Thunder Knutsson. 114.5 pounds for Josephine Thunder Knutsson. Next to the scale for the featured prelim in the flyweight division, running an 8-fight win streak, Joshua the Fearless Van. 125.5 pounds for Joshua the Fearless Van. Next fighter to the scale in the main card in the bantamweight division, running back-to-back wins, Garrett Armfield. 135.5 pounds for Garrett Armfield. Next to the scale in the featherweight division for the second prelim of the evening, Melzikael Costa. 145 pounds for Melkizael Melki Costa. All right, next to the scale in the co-main event in the bantamweight division, Miles Johns. 135 pounds for Miles Chapo Johns. Next to the scale in the women's flyweight division, Gabriela Fernandez. 126 pounds for Gabriela Gabby Fernandez. All right, next to the scale for a contest flyweight, Nate Manus. 125.5 £125.5 for Nate Mayhem Manus. Making his way to the scale in the flyweight division, Jimmy Flick. £126 for Jimmy the Brick Flick. Moving along to the main card now, and in the Bantamweight division, making his way to the scale, Tough 29 finalist, Brady Heastand. £135 for Brady Bam Bam Heastand. Opening up the night in the women's strawweight division, making her way to the scale, running a 4-fight win streak, Julia Palistri. £116 for Julia Psycho Palistri. So opening up the main card, making his way to the scale in the welterweight division, running an 89% finish rate, Adam Fugate. £170 for Adam Fugate. So making his way to the scale in the flyweight division, Jose Johnson. £126 for Zaquarius Jose Johnson. Staying with the flyweight division in the featured bouts, making his way to the scale, the number 12 ranked Tagir Ulanbekov. £129.5 for Tagir Ulanbekov.